guys, welcome back. In today's video, I want to cover with you how to prep, prime, and set your makeup so that it lasts longer throughout the day. And I want to share with you products and tips to keep your makeup from creasing, flaking, and fading throughout the day. But first, I'm gonna cover how to prep your skin really quickly. You always wanna make sure your skin is very clean and cleansed before you start anything. One of my favorite products to use is the Tatcha Polished Rice Enzyme Powder. Find something that works well for you. I like this cleanser because it's a very dull exfoliator, which takes off that dirt, that top gunky layer of your skin, and it gives your skin a very clean and even texture to start with your makeup. Once you have clean skin, make sure you are moisturizing. Even if you have oily skin, make sure you moisturize, because that's what's gonna help balance out your skin and keep you from becoming too oily and your skin overproducing oils to compensate for the dryness. The two moisturizers that I'm loving recently, one is by Phytomer. This is the Nutritionelle Dry Skin Rescue Cream. I have very dry skin, so I like using very emollient creams like this. And the other one that I've been liking recently is the Kicho. It's a Korean brand. I think it's called Kicho, and it looks like this. This is a sheep oil cream, also very emollient and moisturizing. I love using creams, and the main reason I like using these is because they really sink into my skin and moisturize deeply. So try to find a moisturizer that really becomes your skin and doesn't add an extra layer that kind of just sits on top, if that makes sense. All right, so let's talk about primers. Priming your skin is really important, but finding the right primer, I think, is also more important than actual priming itself. The primer I want to talk about today is the Skindinavia priming spray. It's a fine mist that you spray all over your face, and it really keeps your makeup on all day. And the reason is because the formula allows your makeup to stick to it. It doesn't have silicone in it, and a lot of primers that have silicone tend to slide and move around under your makeup, and this doesn't have that. It actually creates a sticky finish on your skin so that it almost kind of grabs onto the makeup that you apply over it. Also, because it is a spray and it's water-based, it keeps your skin really hydrated. So if you have dry skin like myself, or if your skin tends to get dry throughout the day or through the winter months, this is a really great primer to have. Another reason why I prefer a mist is because it doesn't clog pores. It sprays on evenly, so you have an even layer of it on your skin that just gives it that translucent, very thin layer that allows your makeup to stick onto your skin and stay on longer. I also find that my foundation does go on better and look better when I use this primer, so I absolutely love it. If you guys have oilier skin, they do have an oil control version here. I have dry skin, so I use just the regular kind. It looks like this, and this is the 8 ounce versus the 4 ounce. I use this on myself every time I wear makeup, as well as on my clients and everyone that I work with. It's honestly one of my favorite primers, and I hope you guys get a chance to try it out. I'm so excited to talk about this primer because I absolutely love it, and you guys know that I've been using it for a really long time, and I'm constantly raving about it in my tutorials and all my videos and on Facebook Live and Instagram and everywhere. So you guys know that this is truly one of my favorite primers of all time. And what's more exciting is Skindinavia Notice. So I do have a discount code for you guys below. Check that out. I hope it makes it easier and more affordable for you guys to try it out for yourselves, because I really do love it, and I think it's an amazing primer. Okay, after the priming, use your favorite foundation, the concealers, bronzing, blush, highlighter. Go through your whole routine like normal. So then to set your skin, I use two products, a powder and a spray. So like a loose powder, setting powder, and a setting spray. I normally like to spot set with powder, mainly under my eyes, around my nose, my forehead, and my chin. Areas that look best when they're matte and not shiny. My favorite setting powder is the Mercier translucent powder. I really love this powder. Because I have really dry skin, I have to be really particular about the types of powders I use, and the Mercier one is very fine, and I find it works well with dry skin. So I'm gonna give you guys a tip on how to set under your eyes and in areas, especially if you have dry skin or if you want to prevent that cakey look, because sometimes adding all of these layers and these products on top of each other, if you don't do it correctly, it can look very cakey and look like you have a lot of makeup on. My daughter is here with me, so if you hear baby noises, that's why. I'll just talk over her. So when you want to set your makeup with powder, Nara, can you give mommy a minute? Can I just tell them how to set their makeup? Yeah. So I take my damp beauty blender, sponge, whatever you use. I also really like the Real Technique sponges. So I keep it damp basically after I apply my foundation with it. I dip it very lightly in the powder, so you see it there. And then I take it in the cap and I kind of rub it and press it in so that it's just a very thin layer. And sometimes I'll even pat off the excess. And then whatever is kind of remaining on the sponge, that's what I use to set my foundation and my concealer under my eyes, my forehead, my nose. I find this method works really well because it doesn't cake and it doesn't settle into creases as much. So this is a really good tip if you guys have that issue when you use powder to set your makeup. So once you've set with the powder, sometimes it can look very powdery and too matte. I really like the skin to look very glowy, semi-matte, kind of, I like it to look like skin even with all the product on. So that's where a setting spray really comes in handy. The setting spray I've been using lately is also by Skindinavia. They make a really good setting finishing spray as well. And they also have oil control for any of you guys who have more oily skin. I just use this after I'm done with my makeup, after powdering, and spray it onto my face like this. The finishing spray really gives your makeup that extra staying power. It gives it more depth and it takes away that powdery finish so your skin looks really glowy and dewy and just like skin. I'm confident that if you guys follow these steps and use some of the products that I mentioned in this video, that your makeup will last a lot longer and you won't have any cracking and fading and creasing issues with your foundation and your makeup. I hope I was able to answer all of your questions, and if you guys have any additional questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below and I will definitely get back to you guys on those. But I will see you guys next time. Bye!